Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. I'm Mary Jane. We're going to talk about the Jersey Shore family vacation. Let's get into it. Let's talk. So Ronnie is upset. He's feeling a certain type of way about Jen because he was out dancing with French Fry. He feeling on her booty. He was probably in the bathroom kissing her. Mike The Situation and, Vinny. And everybody's trying to stop, Ronnie from making a bad decision with this girl, And also, Pauly's trying to stop Ronnie from making a bad decision with making out with French Fry because Mike confessed that he loved his baby mother. He wants to be with her, and she's everything to him. But yet, he saw French Fry. He saw her breasts. He was in there doing it with her, basically bringing her back to the crib with her friends. We got Pauly D, he was kissing up on some girl. Vinny jumped in the pool, but that's all he did. And then you have Snooki, and you have JWoww, and you have Deena. They watching. Snooki's making drinks, getting the girls toasted and loaded. One of the girls started throwing up. Thank God that they were on TV, that, they had producers to protect these girls because they put themselves out there to get drunk and just go to a strange house. But luckily, there was cameras, so they knew what they was getting into. So I was just like, damn, Ronnie. And so then Ronnie ends up confessing, to Snooki that he really loves Sam. He's still in love with Sam. She gave him security. She gave him everything that he has been looking for the last 10 years or the last 7 years, because he was with Sammy for about 7 years. And he still loves her. He still wants to be with her. She's the one that got away. But basically, Ronnie didn't treat her right. He didn't do right by her. And I don't believe that Ronnie would do right by her now. Sammy's not all that. Like her personality, she's kind of mean. But, she didn't deserve to get mistreated by Ronnie. And, she was controlling too. They both was controlling. But they were young at the same time. So I don't know if they're ever going to be friends, come together. But it is messed up that Sam didn't show up. Like, okay, I understand that her and Ronnie got a beef or whatever. And Ronnie's crazy, because we hear Deena talking about that Ronnie stalked Sammy. He would call her from different numbers and everything. And Sammy was scared to come on the show because she didn't want to relive and rehash the situation with Ronnie trying to get back with her and arguing with him and then fighting. And plus, Sam has moved on and she got a new man. And then, I think Vinny said that Sammy's new man looks just like Ronnie. It's like, OMG. So anyways, so Snooki and Ronnie, they go out, they're drunk, they're spiraling, they haven't been to sleep. They get into the taxi cab when they go. And the funniest part is when they order these big, huge drinks. The drinks look lovely. And, Snooki, she knocked over her drink and it hit the floor. She didn't even get a chance to taste it. And the drink looked like it was bigger and heavy than her. So Ronnie goes in the bathroom, he's crying. And basically he realized what he has to do because he's seen Snooki playing around with some little kids. And he has to be a father. So Ronnie has to own up. But Ronnie did say that if, he didn't know if he would be with Jen if she wasn't pregnant because, now he's committed to her. So it seems like, okay, then Ronnie didn't know her birthday. He didn't know her favorite color, her number. He didn't know anything special about Jen. He's just with her. So I'm like, damn. And plus, they only been together for a year and then she's 7 months pregnant. So they really didn't take the time to get to know each other. She probably knows everything about Ronnie, but Ronnie knows nothing about her because Ronnie is self-centered. So, and basically, Snooki's like, Ronnie, you really need to get over Sammy. Let it go. And so Snooki tells everybody in the house that, especially JWoww, that, hey, he needs to get over about, Ronnie still in love with Sammy because throughout the whole every episode from 1 to 8, Ronnie has been talking about Sammy. I don't know if there's a ploy, there's a storyline. They got the Sammy doll, they're throwing the Sammy doll. But a lot of the cast members in the house are kind of hurt that, Sammy didn't show up. Sammy, bailed on them, but they know how Ronnie is. So it is what it is with that situation. I was like, damn. So Ronnie's getting numbers. I'm like, Ronnie is just really like off the chain. He's acting like he's single, like he's never been out, like he's never got girls' number from from the club or whatever. But the girl that Ronnie did hook up with, French Fry, she was attractive and she was showing everything, so you could see why Ronnie was trying to get with that. I was just like, wow. And so even with that mistake, we also have Deena. Basically, Deena is so there to defend Sammy's honor. If Sammy wanted to defend her honor, she should have been there. She should have been there to defend her honor. No one else is there defending Sammy's honor but Deena. Deena needs to fall back and just enjoy her time there. Let Ronnie say whatever he wants to say. Let people say whatever they want to say. Because if Sammy was worried about somebody defending her honor or somebody trash talking her, she would have been there to defend herself, because Sammy is not weak. She's not a weakling. And we know that she's not a weakling. So But Deena's issue, she brings it back to, Ronnie, because Ronnie didn't call her when her father died. And Ronnie said he didn't want to because he didn't want to choose side, because she chose sides, because she chose, Sammy's side, and she was close to Sammy. So he didn't want to be bothered with her because she knew that she talked to Sammy or whatever. And then Ronnie said, plus he was going through his own thing. He was going through his depression and all that other stuff. I believe Ronnie was doing steroids back in the day. I don't know if he's doing roids now. So I guess they make up on that situation. But, Deena, she's constantly defending Small Meatballs, constantly defending, Sammy. Sammy needs to be there to defend herself. So it is what it is. And then it was funny when the guys are trying to, all the guys in the house are trying to get Pauly D a date. And basically they put no effort in getting Pauly D a date. They really didn't put no effort at all. Because, the women would be signing up to get up with Pauly D or whatever. They put no effort. They had little signs up. The girls stayed in the car half the time yelling and screaming out the window because they didn't give a shit. They was not trying to hook Pauly D up with anybody. And it was funny. They was going to bake him a cake. Mike The Situation went up there and ruined the surprise because they had no girl for, Pauly D. And so Mike was up, they're making you a cake. So it was funny. And it was like, Mike, you're so stupid. Why you do that, Mike? Or whatever. So that was funny. And oh no, it was Pauly D that said Sammy new man looks like Ronnie. I was like, yo. And so, so, they can't, they didn't even try to find Pauly a date or whatever. They wasn't even trying to put their best into it. They all into it. And, but they're really deeply hurt that Sammy didn't come or whatever. So it is what it is with that situation. And, they lost power and everything. And you have, what's her name? Deena. She went out with the guys. She was falling all over the place drunk. Why can't Deena and, Nicole or Smush Mush, remember Smush Mush from, from South Park, Smush Smush? How come they can't drink and stay on their feet? They're always falling. Ronnie really does take care of Snooki for real. They carrying out holding her. She loses her ring. She's about to go home. She's upset. They find her ring. It's damn, way too much dramatic. Way too dramatic. And then you got Ronnie going around shitting in all the bathrooms, stopping up the toilets. What the hell is he eating? And then I think it was either Deena or it was either Snooki that said Ronnie's like a 200-pound baby. And so it was just funny. So then we got, what's his name? Vinny. He ends up kind of cheating on his girlfriend. He gets drunk. He gets lit. And so basically they're saying that he gets drunk really fast because he doesn't eat any carbs. And so he gets drunk and he gets lit and he's hooking up with the bottle waitresses, getting their phone number, dancing with them and all this other stuff. But he had to call his girlfriend and tell her that, hey, listen, I did this, I did that, or whatever. So, but she's okay with the situation. It's just you would think Ronnie would learn from what happened with, Ronnie, but he didn't learn. He was tempted by the situation. And also, we know that, Ronnie and Snooki, they made out, they had sex before, whatever, and Smush Smush always came after, Vinny or whatever. So now that Snooki is married, she doesn't want to be next to Vinny. She don't want to sit next to him. She don't want to be around him, sit next to him in the cab. But damn, that's somebody that was your friend before you got married. And also you guys were cool and you got to work together. You wanted to have a camaraderie, but it just seems like, Snooki, basically she's afraid and she's scared that her husband, I think Gianni is going to see her talking to him and be next to him and get mad and get jealous and get upset, and basically her marriage should be over because he probably threatened her before she left to not to do this, because the way that she is so concerned, the way that she is so scared that if she's next to Ronnie, that her husband is going to take it the wrong kind of way. But then you got JWoww saying, I understand her husband's upset because, she cheated on her boyfriend with Ronnie at the time. So she did cheat on Gian with Ronnie because she had sex with Ronnie or whatever in the house. So they should, they got 2 kids. They've been married for all these many years, and her and Ronnie ain't seen each other, ain't been together like that. So, she should have just said the boundaries, listen, I don't want to flirt around with you. I don't want to dance next to you or whatever. I don't really want to be that close to you because I know my husband's going to probably read into the situation, read more into it because we did hook up, but I love you. You my bro, you my friend. And I'm just gonna have to keep a little bit of distance from you or whatever, but I don't mean to, and I love you. But like, she's rude to him, she's disrespectful to him, she's throwing little smart comments at him for no reason, because she hooked up with him, she gave him her punani, then she cheated on her boyfriend with him because she wanted to. So she could give him a little bit more respect. So anyways, then that gets into a big argument because, you know, Vinny's trying to ask her, hey, listen, what is the status? What is the deal? What are the boundaries between me and you? She can't articulate it. She can't answer the question. She gets mad. She gets upset. She runs upstairs like, well, you're going to destroy my marriage. You're going to destroy my marriage. Like, shut the hell up. So anyways, JWoww goes upstairs to try to talk to her, and then Snooki gets mad. You're destroying my marriage. Why are you talking about this? You're such an idiot. You're so stupid. I was like, damn, Snooki, you want to get beat down? So, you know, so then, you know, JWoww, she goes downstairs and tell everybody that, you know, Snooki's dissing her, calling her idiot and all this other stuff. So Snooki gets in the hallway calling her idiot, like, keep your mouth closed. You're making a big deal out of everything, trying to ruin my marriage. No one's trying to ruin your marriage. You're the one making a big deal out of it. You and your husband are not secure. He don't trust you around Vinny because probably your behavior, because you get stone drunk and anything can happen. You'll forget that you married because you already cheated on him. So that's your fault. Don't take it out on JWoww and don't take it out on Vinny because you want to spread them cheeks. So anyways, they're having that conversation downstairs, and you know, Jenni was like, you know, I'm semi sober. I'm not all messed up like I used to be, so I can defend myself. So we're learning that JWoww felt like over the years that she was being disrespected and dissed because, you know, she didn't have a hold on things because she had a drug problem at the time and point. She couldn't really understand what people said to her. I was like, damn, Jenni, I didn't even know that you felt that way. So we hear that situation. Then we finally get, you know, Ronnie. He's on the phone talking. Ronnie's about to talk to his girlfriend, but Vinny answers the phone, and Vinny talks to, you know, Ronnie's girlfriend and find out that she got a 12-year-old. He was like, damn. He was like, well, your 12-year-old is probably much more mature than Ronnie. He's probably taller than Ronnie too. So I was like, I thought that was funny as well. And so, you know, Ronnie completely does not care about his girlfriend. Like, they have nothing in common. They have nothing to talk about. Or maybe they didn't want to talk about anything on camera, but it seems like their relationship is a no-go. They're just there because she got pregnant and he's just sticking around for the long haul. And she's basically convenient. So he probably talks about Sammy way too much to Jen all the time because he is really, like, hooked on Sam. I don't know, Sam, you need to come on the show and give Ronnie another chance. Talk to him, end this relationship. You know, close all the chapters in person, in face to face on MTV. Let it end here, but I don't know where you at. I don't know if did they offer you a decent bag, Sammy? Sammy, did they offer you a good bag? I hope they offered you a really good bag. They must have didn't because you didn't show up to the show. So then we get Mike and we get, you know, JWoww. They're having a conversation, and JWoww talks about when they was in Italy or whatever they was at, that, you know, she was taking uppers and downers because, you know, she had a miscarriage, her grandmother died. So we learned that about her. We learned that Mike was going through, you know, withdrawals when they was there, and he hit his head on a concrete wall because that's why him and Ronnie was going and at it, because he was going through withdrawals and things like that. So we find out, like, this is why they was really acting up over there. So it was like crazy. So Mike is actually forgiven by everybody. Everybody's giving Mike the benefit of the doubt. Even Ronnie is. But Ronnie and Mike take shots at each other, and it's so funny. It's so hilarious when they're dissing each other. It really is. And so, what else happens? So we see that Mike The Situation is facing, like, court, tax problem, whatever. But he's living kind of nice. JWoww's living nice. You know, Vinny's living nice. Everybody's really pretty much living nice if they're in the houses. But you know who's really living nice? DJ Pauly D's living nice. He got houses, motorcycles. He lives in, I don't know, he's doing good. He's the most successful one out of all the people in the group. But it seems to show, like, these kids, they started off as kids on this show, and this show actually made them successful because at one point in time, Jersey Shore was like the #1 show. Everybody wanted to know about Jersey Shore. So it is what it is with that situation. Then we get them at the club, and these two girls keep coming up to Deena, talking to, I think her name is Deena, or the small meatball, Deena or whatever, and and or whatever. And so they coming at her, and then they're arguing. Deena was like, get away from here. JWoww said they need to get away, but JWoww backed up. But Deena was going in. She was like, no, get away from here. I don't want you over here. Goodbye, goodbye. Then she throws ice at these two girls, and then one of the girls pick up a bottle. Vinny came in, saved the day, and then I think Vinny or one of the other guys poured champagne on these girls. They escorted the girls out. So they got Deena's back. Deena had some backup, and then Deena falling all over the club when she went out with the boys on boys' night. Was like, damn, they was really like babysitting Deena, like they was carrying her. She was falling. Like, that shit is embarrassing. How come they cannot keep their balance? I mean, Deena just falling all over the place. Just, oh my goodness, ridiculous. So it is what it is with that situation. It was funny when, what is her name? Snooki and JWoww started crying because they missed their kids or whatever. And then Ronnie was like, oh my God, boo hoo, I'm crying over my kids. And he was just making fun of the situation. The way that he said stuff is really funny. Ronnie has been really funny this season. He's saying some really funny comments. I mean, like, he's the funniest so far, especially in his confessionals, cracking on the two ladies crying like, boo hoo, wah, crying, oh, I miss my kids, get over it. He's so stupid. And so it was funny when, Vinny and, Pauly D went to go pick up Mike from the airport, and they was like, yo, I feel like crazy picking Mike up from the airport. He's sober now, and we're gonna bring him to see a bunch of drunk mommies because JWoww and Snooki was drunk. But Mike is doing really good. Like, I really like the way that Mike's changed. And plus, if you watch Marriage Boot Camp Family Edition, you'll see all the turmoil that Mike went through with his family and his brothers. Like, he had a lot on his shoulder, and basically he was like the daddy of the whole family, and he had a lot of issues going on. So it's good that he's sober. It's good that he's changed. He really changed, because he really was. I did not like Mike back then, but I like the new Mike, and I like the Mike that was on Marriage Boot Camp Family Edition. I did a review about that show, so it's in my playlist if you guys want to check it out. So I guess that's it, really. It was pretty fun. It was pretty good. So anyways, peace and out, one love.